Yom Tov, everyone. Hello, Paul. I'm happy to see you here and whoever has popped in. I'm not going to stay on here very long. The main reason why I wanted to jump on real quick was to let you guys know that in just about less than an hour, we are going to be doing our live Zoom session. So I was just really popping in to say, hi, Marie Allen, just to pop in to say, hey, I would really love to have you come and join with us on our Saturday gathering. With our Zoom session, we've been really enjoying ourselves, getting to see each other, have conversations, which is a lot different than just reading your comments. I mean, I really appreciate you guys coming in, and I appreciate you making comments so that I can see you're here and being able to answer questions. It's just not the same thing as a Zoom session. So we can see each other face to face. And, you know, this is the closest thing that we can get to a gathering because many of us are spread all over the place. We have people in different countries that are tuning in. And so the beautiful aspect of technology is we get to connect with one another. So that's really why I wanted to pop in and speak to you. We are going to be discussing why Yashua was speaking in parables. And there's actually two verses. I'm only going to have time to probably go over one because, as you know, I like to go into the minutia. I like to go word by word and letter by letter because there's just so much to be able to share about these beautiful verses that have been written to us as we have the ability to see what is being communicated to us through the letters of light. I did want to let you know that I have quite a few other things that I will be sharing with you guys from the hearts. I did a bunch of recordings, just audio recordings that I will be bringing. And then I was going to also let you know that I'm checking in. It looks like we're having here. Hopefully you guys are still able to see. It looks like connection is not really good right now. But if it isn't too jumpy, I'm hoping that it will get fixed by the time I do the live stream. There must be a lot of people on the internet today. But I am going to be probably taking a hiatus for a while away from posting anything. And that is just simply because I am going to be, okay, audio breakup, thank you. Yeah, I can see it's not a very good connection. We'll see what happens. It keeps fluctuating back and forth. But I'm going to take some time away to go ahead and build the teachings for you guys. For those of you who want to really dive in, I'm feeling a sense right now that there are more people that need to be taught in order to be teaching shepherds of light. So there might be many of you, or a handful, I don't know. If the Father is putting it upon your heart, I'm really feeling a sense of needing to really, I have started them, but I haven't completed them. And I've been sidetracked, and some of you guys have heard kind of my personal testimony as to why there's been some sidetracking. But really, it's a measure of, I'm just feeling like the time is now. And if you guys are interested in jump into these classes once I've completed them and want to be teaching shepherds of light, want to be able to teach this, there are many people that are wanting to have verses broken down, and I really appreciate that. But there's just me and my hubby. Hi, Brandon. So, in fact, I'm glad that Brandon popped on here because we were actually talking the other day. Hi, Tina. That it is time to instruct the teaching shepherds of light. Brandon made a wonderful post about the two witnesses, and that the two witnesses, as far as he could see, and I am in total agreement with him, take it one step farther, is the Hebrew and the Aramaic languages. Hi, Jamie. And the Hebrew and Aramaic languages, again, mother is teaching and father is teaching the Aramaic, and to the divine feminine and to the divine masculine. So these languages are really the two witnesses that are coming forth in spirit and truth. So what's needing to happen is we're needing to have people that are wanting to step up and learn these things so that they can bring forth the two witness message. Hi, Micheline, it's all right. This was just a quick pop on anyway to invite you guys to the Zoom meeting that is going to be happening in 45 minutes from now, if you're able to make it, even if you're able to make it for a little bit. But really, we're going to be going over a whole verse, so it'd be good for you to be able to hear the whole verse, but I understand time constraints and demands, and it is Father's Day weekend. So again, back into what I was saying, I'm really feeling there's a call. I think there's a call for those who are wanting to step in to become teaching shepherds of light, to be able to grasp a hold of the languages, begin to be taught how to read the codes, which is the oral tradition of how to read the sacred writings and being able to teach it. The beautiful part about the sacred writings, and I've said this many times, is that interpretation is based upon the accumulation of the light that you have within you. And what I mean by that is, dependent upon the level of where you are at in your maturation, is what you will be seeing with the languages are, that's exactly what you need to see for your next step. This is so overwhelming that have fun, Brandon. Enjoy your kids. Enjoy being a dad. Every time when you jump into verses, you are going to see something new. And my friend Renee Gade, I love her, the last week, and she's like, yeah, it seems like every time I pop on and I listen, you're saying the same thing over and over again. I am. It's a very simple message. It's oneness, unity. But sometimes we need to hear things repeatedly before it sinks into our heart. And that's the process of inculcation, having something repeatedly said to you. It's kind of like the indoctrination that they do in the world. If you hear lie long enough, you're going to believe it is the truth. The difference is that these sacred writings have been with us for thousands of years, and now we're getting to see it. So through inculcation, the truth is being revealed. And the truth, as a measure of light, is being compressed within you. So the more light, the more expanded your consciousness is. The more expanded your consciousness is, the greater the ability to love. And then with the greater amount of consciousness, and that is the beauty of it. So when we teach people these principles, when we be able to teach them how to fish for themselves, right? It's too much for one or a few to share this information with people, because there's so many people out there, that by having multiple teaching shepherds that are bringing forth the two witness message, you have a greater ability to affect a greater amount of people as we collectively are doing it together. So there's lots of things that are stirring right now, beginning to even talk about as well, and not the way that you would think that it would be in the earth realm. So there are some projects that are underway that will be able to assist us as we step up to the plate. Hi, Caribou, it's good to see you. I actually went to your Facebook page, and so now I know her. I think that's kind of funny. Beautiful one. Anyway, this will help all of us be able to have tools that we need to have a greater efficacy in bringing forth this message. And what it does is that not only does it allow you to set apart study time for yourself to give you more light, as it is lighting up our chakra system. Once we have the fullness of our throat chakra activated, this is when the authority comes from the voice, because we are speaking truth. And this is what allows us to bring forth these messages from not a place of a hollow heart, but one that has been filled up. And we are speaking from the overflow of our heart. Hence why the heart has to be pierced, has to go through the throat chakra and out of the mouth. So out of the mouth comes forth living waters. And it's beautiful. And you're right, we do have a lot of trauma and programming to overcome, Greg. I totally agree with that. So yeah, this inculcation is good, but we'll be raising each other up into becoming teaching shepherds. So really what I'm wanting to see is a community built. I would like to see a much closer connectivity with one another as we are developing ourselves to be able to take forth this message, because I do believe we're going to be coming into a period when people are going to be needing to have a lot more answers than they're being given right now, and from those who have a spiritual foundation that's really strong. And what I mean by that is, by having a strong spiritual foundation, then we come from that place of touching an embodiment of unconditional love. That's what allows people to feel safe. And I love it. Paul, I hear what you're saying. So I will you guys can read it, but some of the people on Facebook won't be able to see these comments. And not that I'm wanting to like draw too much attention. Hi, Lisa. But yes, I totally understand this. And this is why we want to put these teachings together so that you do feel equipped, so that you do have the ability. I've had people that have said, I just want to be able to speak the message. Well, the message comes from the heart. And the only thing that the languages do really is it helps provide that firm foundation for you to stand upon, so that when you're speaking things, you know that is coming from a place of sure-footedness. Hi, Sue. And then when you're speaking from the place of sure-footedness, the vibrational frequency of the words that you're speaking out of your mouth are different. And it can be felt. It's not, I'm gonna point to myself here. I watched a video a couple years ago, and it was an Easter message at church. And when I was in the Christian church, I did directing of drama. That was one of my roles. And I was putting together, it was an Easter message drama that was associated with it. And I was to do the introduction for it. And it was videotaped. And I saw this a couple years ago. I watched it, and I was absolutely horrified. And when I mean horrified, I mean horrified. It was like, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. I can't watch this. I can't watch this, because it was not authentic. It wasn't the authentic me. And because it was a hollow message, because I was hollow on the inside. I hadn't been filled up. So as much as my words were wanting to convey something, anybody that would have been able to be out there, well, I'm sure there was quite a few that could tell that I wasn't even thoroughly convinced of what I was saying. And that makes a difference. And I believe that's why Yashua was so effective. I was, sorry, Greg, that's hilarious. Direct drama, not create it. Exactly. So Yashua was really effective in what he was doing, because he came from that place of authenticity, and we hear that, but really, what does that mean? So teaching shepherds of light have and will have done a lot of that inside shadow work in that place where they've been able to reconcile all of those things, and then have the teaching tools to go with it, as becoming, having the ability to lead and to shepherd. It's not something that we do for name or fame. In fact, most of us could care less to have our faces even attached to it, because that's ego, right? That's the mask we wear. The mask that I wear is Carrie Husband, but that's not who we are. We are not our names. We're not our titles. We're not our jobs. We're not even the roles that we play with one another. The truth is that we are one, and we are family. We are brothers and sisters that have come in. And now, because we've made lots of messes, we need to clean it up. And so we do our inside work. So that's part of the message of leadership training. And, it might be a while before we fully develop this program, but the first thing that I'm going to do is develop the teachings in more of a full measure, so that you understand the language and can have the oral tradition given to you, so that you know how to study them for yourselves, because it really is a way of filling yourself up. We looked in the Christian church, and we would have our daily devotional, right? And we would get up in the morning, or do it in our evening, whenever, and we would spend time in the Word, and we would go through our English translations, and some of us would attach prayer time to it. And yeah, I know Micheline is lagging. I have bad connection right now. It's good right now, but it keeps cycling into lower levels, and I'm not sure why. Hopefully within 30 minutes it will be better. Anyway, so with our daily devotion time, when you can go in and you can study the letters of light, you guys would be amazed at how much you get filled. And I know you guys already do that through your meditation, and I know that you have incredible spirit connections within you. But there's something about solar fillers, probably. There's something about diving into the languages that are completely different, because of the frequency that the letters carry. And that's what I want to share with you, to raise us up, so that so there can be I don't like using the word army, but really an army of messengers that would go and be able to spread this word and answer questions to the people that want to know. It's not about us providing it to the people who, it's those who are asking questions in Sheol, that we could help be that answer and be able to be from that authentic self. And then for those that want to be taught, because it does change you and it does heal you. I am a walking miracle because of things that I wasn't supposed to be healed of. I was, in fact. And all I did different was I took the languages, I meditated upon them, and I did my shadow work with and through them. And through that, I became whole, healed, and integrated into one being instead of fractured in many parts like I was. Yes, Brandon, I do totally agree with this. I totally agree with this. Hey, well, I put your amen up instead, Greg. There we go. I like it. I like it. And Sue says amen as well. So anyway, I'm going to pop off, and I'm going to hang out with my friend Regina for about 30 minutes. And any of you that can slide on over at 1 o'clock, I'd love to see you on the Zoom. If you go into the description box of this little impromptu meeting, you will have what you need with the ID number and the password. And I'd love to see you at 1 o'clock. So thank you guys for being here. I'm very happy to see all you lovely people. You mean a lot to me. And I just pray love and light over you the rest of this weekend and the rest of this week. And for those of you enjoying, I look forward to it. And yes, you can wear a mask if you want. That's perfectly fine. LOL, LOL. And also I wanted to let you guys know, if you pop on, I do plan on recording it, okay? And so I am going to record it because I do want to share these things. Eventually, they're going to be on another platform and they won't be for general audience on YouTube. So if you pop on over and you want to be masked, if you want to hide your face, you can go ahead and turn your camera off and just participate. Otherwise, I will see your lovely bright faces, and shalom, shalom.